Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards plus a reprint. Most notably, the new Victoria card finally got its effect revealed. Nibiru's also getting a reprint in the new structure deck for the Lost Sanctuary. But first off, let's check out the new Victoria card because they hyped this card up like 4 different times, I want to say. But anyways, we have the new effect for the V-Jump promo. So anyways, the name of the card is Victorica, the Angel of Courage. So more fairy support. So it's a light fairy effect, level 4 with 1400 attack and 800 defense points, and it says you can only use this card's name first and second effects once per turn each. The first part of the effect is if this card is special summoned, you get to special summon one level 5 or higher light fairy monster from your hand. If you do, you lose life point equal to that monster's original attack. Double the attack of the special summon monster until the end of this turn. The second part is, if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you get to banish one other fairy monster from your graveyard to add one fairy monster with the same level as the banished monster from your deck to your hand. So first off, there's a lot of effects I want to go over with this because this card actually opens up the doors for a lot of different plays. I was actually checking out. There are actually 210 more than what you see up on the screen. So we're talking like easily 250 plus cards that you're going to be able to go for with this effect. So going over like some of the cards that might be more like notable here. We've got, of course, Tethys. You can draw a bunch of more fairies with this. This was a card that was actually seeing some play a long time in Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point, people were running Tethys Turbo. And there's also like Galaxy Soldier. Keep in mind, it's just any light monster. It doesn't have to be a fairy. And that's going to proc maybe some special effects if the card, like, let's say, for as an example, could get special summoned, which would be an interesting tech. More notably, if you are special summoning, getting this effect during your opponent's turn can be possible because it's just whenever this card is special summoned, you get to bring out another monster, and then again you're able to boost up that monster's stats. So you can maybe go for Scythe. Remember, this card, if it's special summoned during your opponent's turn, same thing with like Mortal Talk, but it's usually Scythe is like the good go-to card. You can also go for Saturn. Saturn can open up the doors for some weird stuff. So your life points technically do need to be higher than your opponent's to get this effect off, but you contribute this card to inflict the difference, which can actually be potentially like there for even OTK/FTK plays. You can also go for Chrysia, because remember, it's a 5 or higher. Chrysia is probably going to be your go-to. Remember, you're doubling the attack of the monster. And I was thinking, since, hey, you already lower your life points more than likely with the burn damage that you'll be taking with this, because you're going to be taking damage equal to that monster's original attack. And I'm like, okay, if you're lower in life points, you can maybe do some other things with this as well. And I was even thinking, like, you could mix it up with, like, this is an old school Yu-Gi-Oh card. Mega, is it Dash Morph? Oh, you know, Mega Morph is not a monster. It's, what is it, Mega Morph? Okay, since this would actually double the card's attack, and you're getting double, obviously this would, I believe, not get the double bonus, but like, again, you'd be like getting 2800 times 3 basically is what it should math out to, because again, it's just the original attack. You can maybe one-shot your opponent. Heck, fairies at some point, some people were doing some cheeky stuff with United We Stand because you can get all the shine balls, right? It's very easy. Hyperion's obviously like a kind of a go-to card as well. There's even maybe combos with the Creator. You can do some pretty crazy stuff with, again, just bringing back a bunch of monsters. So this can't be special summon from the graveyard, but yeah, you can just special summon from your hand. You can even go for some of like the other counter fairy stuff. There's actually Mahama. This is actually a pretty cool card considering it's a tuner. You can maybe go into like Bish Balkan plays or Token. There's a lot of potential with this one Yu-Gi-Oh card. I was even thinking, like, if you go turn 1, you take a bunch of damage. Remember, you're gonna also pay for your shine balls. You could potentially just draw a bunch of cards, draw into some extra hand traps, and if you also play Tethys, you could potentially go even further and draw even more cards. So again, this is where the card just becomes absolutely crazy. But I was even thinking going even further into this with the bonus effect of when the monster is destroyed, you get to banish one other fairy monster from your graveyard to add a fairy monster with the same level as the banished monster. Notice that you don't have to like banish specifically the this monster. It could be any fairy monster. So that's really good considering fairies have so many different levels. If you guys didn't know, this card is actually seeing so much play in a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh decks. So this is Phoenix Enforcer. It lets you pop one card you control and one card on the field, which activates a lot of the Scythe combos, if you guys have seen that, as a quick effect, being able to get a bonus and then it comes back again and again. which is really cool. If it's destroyed by a battle card effect, you get to special summon a Destiny hero. So a lot of people are taking this in a lot of different builds, and with this, you could even go further and pull off some really cool combos because you can destroy this, then re-add back like a card that you like foolish or go for whatever. I think that this card definitely will be seeing some play, but I know this is like a long vid just for like this one particular card, but it's really good. Now, next up, we also have other reprints over here. So Red Time Reviver is getting a reprint. It doesn't have the effect over here, so we'll bust it out over here. So Red Time Reviver Emitter is the card. It's a fairy tuner level 2. It's going to be a dark. And if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target a face-up monster on each side of the field, change them to face-down defense position. If you do special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field, you can only use this effect about once per turn. I think it's like an okay effect. Again, you'd have to like discard it. You can drop blitz it. I think that this card is okay, especially if you happen to have a card that, like, for example, if you lock your opponent out of, going for plays with Christia, you flip Christia down, you can special summon, and then maybe you turn off one of their effects. I think it could be definitely a great card at the end of the day. Plus, it's a tuner, which is awesome. Next up, more generic reprints. We got Confirmation of Pot of His Desires getting a reprint, Compulse getting a reprint, and Typhoon getting a reprint. And most notably, and I think the most important card getting a reprint in here is Nibiru. But anyways, that is going to be the new reprints and the new cards that we have for today's video for the new Lock Sanctuary structure deck. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, guys, what you think of the new Victoria. I think it's definitely a good card. Some people will probably figure out an FTK combo with Saturn, I think. We'll just have to figure out like what exactly you need. Hopefully it won't require like Temple of the Kings, because that's a little bit inconsistent. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new and do want to see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards as soon as they get announced, hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and you'll definitely see more very soon. But take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.